I am a multi-ethnic individual who identifies as African American. The word in question is LatinX. When we use the word progress, oftentimes we banter it about as this positive, amazing thing. It's just change. And everything changes eventually. But that doesn't necessarily make it a good thing. Hi, I'm JJ Stone, and I am here and I would like to discuss a term that has come up this week. This isn't the first time I've heard about it, but it is the first time that I have gotten a chance to discuss it in any depth with other people who are having the same issues that I am. I identify as African American. However, I am also Latin. I have some Creole blood, and I even have a little European blood in there. From what I understand, this word, LatinX, was grown out of the idea that the Latino language is largely gendered, and the dominant gender within the Latino community and language is male. The word Latinx is supposed to even out the playing field, so to speak. I don't necessarily agree with this idea. I have never called myself Negrex, and I don't know anybody who is gendered male. And that doesn't bother me. The larger issue to me, though, isn't really the gender problem. Patriarchy is an issue, and it's not going away anytime soon. The larger issue to me is the cultural connotation. By creating this new term, idea that you're segregating yourself from this larger community, the Latino community that's gone back, and there's so much history and culture and beauty that goes with that word and the history behind it, that it feels like is being ignored. You can disagree with the idea of male supremacy. That's certainly not something I subscribe to. My family has been largely female driven. All of my personal idols are female, or they have a very high respect for the women in their life. That is what I'm used to. Ethnicity is in the blood. It's your genetic makeup, where historically and physically you come from. Culture is much more complicated. Culture is any number of things that you get from your grandparents, your parents, your community. It's the recipes that your grandmother brought from, and the little changes she made, the amount of cheese that you put in a dish. That's all part of your culture. And the history behind that is important. And I don't think that the grandparents and the great-grandparents who came down and have brought their recipes, their ideas, their colors, their art, their history with them, would be very happy with the idea that we're just going to discredit everything that's happened previously because of one specific issue that we don't necessarily like. When we use this term Latinx, when we exclude ourselves from our past, it feels like we're throwing away something. So I have many questions, that's the truth. But let's start with, what percentage of Latin blood do you have to have in order to own this term? Is there an age cutoff? Is it just the female portion of Latino culture? Is this a new idea and a fad that's going to come and go? Or is this some form of progress that we're making? Honestly, it's really quite confusing. There's no other way to say it. My question to you is, how do you feel about the issue? Do you agree with the term LatinX? Is there some part of the research that I've missed or haven't heard about?